Hello, and welcome to today's video presentation on using a network bridge with KVM VMs on Oracle Linux 8. This video will create a couple of virtual machines that leverage a network bridge using both the command line and the Cockpit web console. So let's get started. For this demo, I use a physical Oracle Linux 8 system pre-configured with the KVM virtualization packages and an Oracle Linux 8.2 guest VM associated with the default KVM NAT network. Beyond the default NAT virtual network, VIR BR0, the system is pre-configured with a bridge network, BR0. Additional details on configuring those items are available in our other Linux and KVM videos, linked in the description and at the end of this video. The steps in this video apply to physical and on-premise systems, and not intended for Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Oracle Linux 8 provides several ways to create virtual machines. In the first example, use the command line tools virt-install and virsh to create a virtual machine connected to the network bridge. Open a terminal on the KVM host. Ensure before getting started to stage the latest Oracle Linux 8 ISO file. If the file does not yet exist, download it using curl by typing the command provided on the screen. Stage the ISO file in the /var/lib/libvirt/images directory for this demo. Another bit of information needed to create the VM is the OS variant ID that matches the planned guest OS install. Look up the ID using the command osinfo-query. Since installing Oracle Linux 8.2, search for the ID by typing in a terminal the command osinfo-query space os space pipe space grep space -i space Oracle. The command output lists all the different IDs for Oracle Linux. From the list, the Oracle Linux 8.2 specific ID is OL8.2. The virt-install command will attempt to launch virt-viewer as part of VM creation to complete the OS installation. Due to the use of sudo and the VM creation within the system hypervisor, grant the sudo session access to the xdisplay by typing xhost space plus. This command disables the x-access control and allows the sudo session permission to open applications within the active xdisplay. Alternatively, let the session fail and use a VNC connection. Now that the preparatory steps are complete, create a new virtual machine. Type the virt-install command displayed on the screen. The command creates a new VM with the name OL8-test01 and a network bridge defined using the option --network space bridge equals BR0, model equals virtio. Note the bridge BR0 is not a virtual network, and users do not need to define it as one. The fact that the bridge is not a virtual network also means that BR0 will not appear when running the command sudo space virsh space net-install space --all, which displays a list of all the libvirt virtual network devices. Additional details regarding the virt-install options are available from the manual page by typing man space virt-install. Execute the virt-install command entered into the terminal by hitting the enter key. The creation process writes out the XML file containing the VM configuration, allocates the disk, and starts the VNC console session. If the sudo session has access to the xdisplay, a virt-viewer window will display and provide access to complete the virtual machine install. If the sudo session does not have access to the xdisplay, a warning will appear indicating that the virt-viewer cannot open the display. If the virt-viewer fails, use a VNC viewer as an alternate method to connect to the graphical console session. Determine the details of the installer's graphical VNC session by typing sudo space virsh space dump xml space ol8-test01 space pipe space grep space VNC. The output displays the virtual machine's console VNC port 5900 and listen address 127.0.0.1. Since the demo is running on the same physical KVM host, open a VNC viewer such as Benagre to make the connection by typing benagre space 127.0.0.1 :5900. If performing this installation on a remote host, leverage a local SSH port forward as in SSH space -L space 5900 :127.0.0.1 :5900 space username at KVM_host. Once establishing the local port forward, connect to the local SSH listening port using a VNC client. For additional help on using a local SSH port forward, please check out our other Linux videos linked in the description and at the end of this video. Complete the installation. As this will take a while to complete, I will fast forward to the end. Validate that the VM received an address assignment from the network bridge by logging into the VM and running the command IP-add from the terminal or console. Now that you installed a bridge-based virtual machine using virt-install, do the same thing using Cockpit Web Console. Open the Web Console in a browser and log in with your credentials. Click Virtual Machine in the navigation panel on the left and then the Create VM button on the right. The Create New Virtual Machine panel will display. Enter the selections matching what is on the screen. Be sure to uncheck the Immediately Start VM option before clicking the Create button. The OL8-Test02 virtual machine will display in the list. Click the network interfaces in the OL8-Test02 details. Note that Cockpit created a virtual machine with the bridge network despite not having a network selection option listed in the Create New Virtual Machine panel. Once you created the network bridge, Cockpit uses the bridge as the default network when creating new virtual machines. That covers using a network bridge to create a new virtual machine using both the command line and the Cockpit Web Console. Thank you for watching this video and enjoy using KVM on Oracle Linux 8. Please check our additional information on Oracle Linux 8 in the Oracle Linux 8 documentation or Oracle Linux Learning Library.